A few days ago, the U.S. Air Force dropped a bombshell that left the entire military world in awe after years of secrecy. They finally revealed something you may have only ever seen in science fiction movies, the latest U.S. fighter jet. But this is no ordinary military aircraft. This is a game changer that will forever change the future of air power. Imagine this is an advanced fighter jet so advanced that even tough military commanders were left speechless when the U.S. Air Force unveiled the first images of their sixth fighter jet. The prototype of the new generation fighter jet, even the most experienced experts can hardly believe their eyes. Most likely you will feel the same. This is not just an ordinary aircraft. This is a perfect blend of speed, technology, and combat capability, something that only the strongest countries in the world can develop. So what makes this fighter jet so special? Will this new generation aircraft really have enough power to maintain America's air superiority in the face of rising military powers such as China and Russia? All of this will be answered by the new generation fighter jet. The Lockheed Martin X-44 MANTA was an American conceptual aircraft design that has been studied by NASA and the U.S. Air Force. It was intended to test the feasibility of full pitch and roll authority without tailplanes. The aircraft design was derived from the F-22 Raptor and featured a stretched delta wing without tail surfaces. The X-44 was designed by Lockheed Martin to demonstrate the feasibility of an aircraft controlled by vectored thrust alone. The X-44 Manta design was based on the F-22, except without a tail and incorporating a full delta wing. The X-44 Manta would have a greater fuel capacity than the F-22 due to its larger delta wing design. The Manta was designed to have reduced mechanical complexity, increased fuel efficiency, and greater agility. Way back in 1999, Lockheed Martin had a plan to field a delta-shaped stealth fighter that skipped the need for a conventional tail section in the F-22-based X-44 Manta. Instead of using a conventional tail section with both vertical and horizontal control surfaces, the Manta aimed to leverage thrust vector control, or directing the flow of the engine's thrust to give the aircraft the acrobatic capabilities it would need in a high-end dogfight. Today, more than 2 decades later, that same concept appears to be found consistently across nearly all official renderings of the Air Force's next air superiority fighter being developed under the NGAD, or Next Generation Air Dominance. At right around the same time, the Air Force also unveiled a birthday-celebrating image seemingly showing a wedge-shaped aircraft with no conventional tail section, prompting some to wonder if the artist's handiwork had anything to do with the NGAD announcement that came alongside it. Since then, other official images out of the Air Force, along with renderings from prominent aviation firms like Lockheed Martin, have all shown similar wedge-shaped aircraft. The X-44 Manta wasn't the only F-22-based concept rolling around at the Pentagon at the time. As the world's first operational stealth fighter, the first fighter to christen the new 5th generation of jets, and arguably the most potent air superiority aircraft ever to fly in service for any nation, it makes sense that the United States would have considered leaning into the F-22 program for other more specialized roles. While the X-44 concept aimed to saw off its tail and make the F-22 even sneakier, the Sea Raptor effort would have placed F-22s aboard America's fleet of supercarriers, offering a jet that could fly faster, further while carrying more ordnance than the F-35Cs now destined for Uncle Sam's flat tops.